Everyone, how you're doing? It's Michelle back again. I've got some wool. It's from Mariners. It's all for the pumpkins. It's nothing like spectacular. Well, it's spectacular wool, I'm not saying that, but I mean it's just all for pumpkins. So I've got this. This is the Get Cozy blanket yarn. But the woman said she'd like, who has brought all them pumpkins, she said she'd like loads of like different textures, different sizes. So I got this. It's called Tangerine. Well, there it is. Get Cozy. I got 2 balls of that. You get 100 grams in. I'll just put my glasses on. Yes, it's Tangerine. What size needles? Oh, I should know this because I knitted in the things, didn't I? It's an 8mm knitting needles or 9mm crochet hook. So yeah, so I've got that. It is so soft. I'm going to knit a pumpkin in that for her, so she's got a different texture, or knit 2 in this. So yeah, that's them 2, and I think they was 120. If you can hear that, that's my pipes. It happens so every so often when you run the tap, when you flush the loo, it bang 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 bangs. Adam Art said there's nothing wrong with it, but you know how it is. These is knitted. Do you know what? I think I need new glasses because I'm still struggling with these. I think I need to go like up because I've had these about 4 years. COVID come along, 3 years, and I've not been since. But it's just finding the time, isn't it? That's what it is. 6.5 this one takes. I usually use a 7 though. Oh, stop banging. So it's Mariners Chunky. It's this. And this one is called, I can't remember what they're called, Shade 131. I think it was something like cinnamon, or I can't remember. I can't remember. I think it's cinnamon or spice. And I've got 4 balls of that. 1, 2, 3, 4. There. And then I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 balls of white. Again in chunky. It's just shade 40. Oh, just like white. So again, 1, 2, 3, 4. These are for the pumpkins. Again, and 1 Get Cozy blanket yarn, super chunky, in cream. Oh, I don't know if anybody will want like cream in it. I don't know if to knit myself one actually. Cream, I don't know. Anyway, it's here if anybody does. That's what I've got. That's from Mariners. Right, Sheila, and oh, before I go on to something else, you get this little, I got this little booklet with it. Mariners yarn. And I've just been having a quick look through. That's good. Thank you for shopping with us. Funny. Yeah, it obviously it's got all the Get Cozy yarn in it. It tells you all about that and the comments and stuff. And then it's saying are they eco-friendly. It shows the family and their flock of sheep and stuff. It's got the Himalaya velvet. Again, tells you all about it in there. And then another one, and it's mermaid super chunky and super chunky. I had that last, this is what I knitted the other pumpkins in, but they hadn't got it anymore. Super chunky in spice. They haven't got a lot left in super chunky. This is on offer at £1 at the minute, but they haven't got a lot left in it. Not at all. Then we've got your mermaid chunky. there, sorry, and then you've got your chunky. Right, what's that colour called? It was cinnamon, yeah, it is. It's called cinnamon. And the white is just white. So yeah, and then it goes on, and there's Aaron. It shows the needles and buttons, and then silky soft pure wool merino. What else is there? Like a lovely little booklet. And there's a double knit collection and all those on it. Essentials double knit, I think that's £1 a ball. And they've got new colour, they've added new colours into that. You know, that's good, because at work there's me, Carolyn, she's a knitter, I'm a knitter, but Ellie's just started crocheting, and we're going to do a mood blanket in the new year. So I think you knit a thing every day, like a couple of rows every day. So I think she was sorting out. I said, look, if red's anger and yellow's happy, mine will be five lots of red when I'm at work, and then 2 happy. Or if black is it, I said it'll like a bee, because it'll be 5 lots of black, or when I'm at work, and yellow when I'm at home. That's where it'll be. And then super soft baby double knit. They can win £50 voucher every month. What have you made with Mariners? And then you put up what you've made. Hashtag made with Mariners. Share your creations with us on social media at Mariners. So I might do that. I might put some stuff up what I've been making there. And there's that one. That's Mosaic. And Cozy Toes. Merino blend, Cozy Toes. Look at them, they're nice socks, aren't they? They're beautiful. That's them. And then they do 4-ply cones and 4-ply super soft baby. Oh, they do a 3-ply as well. There. That's that. Right, I'm going to get on to the questions now. Sheila answered some questions, and I thought I'll just answer them. So it says, Sheila did this on her channel. Sheila's knitting tips and other stuff. Is it other stuff or other things? Do you know what, Sheila? Why can't I never remember? I'll put a little thing in anyway, what it is, and you can click on it. So it's just a few questions. How old was you when you learnt to knit? Well, I was 5 when I learnt to knit, and I know that because my sister was born, and I made her a cardigan. And I can remember going to the shops with my mum, not to the shops too, we went to a market, and there was a wool store, and I can remember, and they thought, my mum, it's when they first started doing scans, and in the early 70s, my sister's younger than me, and my mum was told it was going to be a boy, so I can remember my mum picking this light blue up, like baby blue, and then she brought some other colours as well, and she gave me the light blue, and I can remember sitting with her on the sofa knitting it, and she'd write it me all down, and she'd say, right, you've got to knit these many rows, when you've done a row, tick it off, and like, she'd wrote it down on a piece of paper for me, and I can remember doing it. Brilliant. Who taught you to knit? As I've just said, my mum, but my grandma could knit, and my mum's sister could knit as well, and my mum's older sister who lives in up Bishop Auckland, she lives, she crochets. What was the first thing you've ever knit? I've just said it was a cardigan for my sister. Probably it would have been squares first to practice, or a scarf or something, but the first major thing at 5 was that. What brand of yarn do you like the most? I'm not really bothered about a yarn, what yarn it is, although Sandra has sent me Stylecraft, she sent me James C. Brett. What was the other one? Oh gosh, I forgot. Forgive me, Sandra, but she sent some beautiful, beautiful wool. And sometimes you can tell the difference when you're knitting with it. My mum's had James C. Brett and she loves it, and she's going to continue to have it. Are you a yarn snob? No, I'm not. I don't care whether it's 99p or whether it's £10. I don't care. As long as it feels nice and it looks nice, That's all what matters to me. Do you prefer knitting with thick or thinner yarn? Depends what the project is, to be honest, because the pumpkins in Super Chunky, when I've got so much to do, don't take half as long, obviously. I knitted them all in double knit last year, and it were getting to the point I was just sick of them. The Super Chunky ones, or the chunky, knit up really quickly. So it depends. And I have knitted chunky coats for babies as a coat. Use chunky wool. What else is it? What size garment do you like to knit the best? Well, when I finished a cardigan for myself, I look at it and think, oh, yeah, that looks lovely. But I hate knitting it because they're just too big. But then the baby ones just fly by. So I'd have to say a child's one, a baby one in particular. If you make a mistake, do you frog it back? Frog it back, I've never heard that term. I mean, you take it back. Or hope nobody notices. Now, on a pumpkin for myself, I knitted on a pearl, and I got right the way up and I saw it, and I was like, oh. And I thought, no, it's for me. It's on the hearth on a plate with pine cones and leaves on it as a decoration. I'm just going to leave it. It's at the back, I can't see it. Now, the cardigan I made, it was a pink chunky one. It was in like a dusky pink. I'd made a mistake. It was moss stitch and I could see it, and I kept thinking I'm just going to leave it, and I knitted about 6 rows more, and then I thought, I can't, even though it's for me, I can't. And it was on the sides as well and one of the fronts, and I thought, I can't, so I had to take it back. So yeah, I would take it back. What brand of needles do you prefer? Well, as you saw earlier on the Aran, I was knitting with my grandma's needles from, obviously, my grandma, well, she died when Jack was 5, and Jack's now 23. So, and she had them before that. So yeah, I got my grandma's needles off my mum. She gave them me. So I'm using them for that. But recently it's been Zing. Sheila's knitting tips and other stuff or other things. She were using them and she was raving about them, and I thought, come on, Sheila, how can a knitting needle be so nice? But I did order them, and I love them. I absolutely love them. But you know, some of them can be like £5 for a pair, which some people's not a lot, but you know, it mounts up, don't it? So I brought my mum some. I brought the ones to do the double knitting, so 3 1/4, 3.25 and 4mm I brought her. In the small, she don't like long needles, she's like me, whereas my grandma's, the ones I'm knitting my Aran on off my grandma, she used to tuck them under her arm and whatever. So yeah, I do like my Zings. I've got to admit, my mum's a convert now, and so is my sister. I've got 4 sisters and only one can knit. She taught herself as an adult to knit. So yeah, she's a convert to Zings as well. So yeah. So I brought, it says, do you think price matters? I think it does. Up to a point. If you can get Zings really cheap, then get them. If you can get an alternative what look like Zings and knit like Zings, and you can get them £2 cheaper, fine. I've got to admit, I brought some out at Pound Shop, and I was knitting with them, and they snapped because they were plastic, and obviously not very strong plastic. So yeah, it does matter at times. Yes, it does. So that's everything. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Take care, and I will speak to you all very soon. Bye.